and welcome back to the Food for Thought podcast, where we make nutrition research more digestible. Today's study we're looking at sits at the intersection of nutrition and the brain. You ever wish you could just pop a pill and boom, you got peak brain power? Well, I know I have. Well, today's show is all about figuring out if those supplements promising to make you sharper actually do. And today's supplement culprit is cocoa extract. So we're taking a look at the Cosmos Mind study, a massive study with 2,262 participants. We're looking at whether or not cocoa extract or a daily multivitamin could actually make an impact on how your brain works over time. 3 years to be exact. Now that's a long time to track this sort of thing. Most studies on supplements only do a couple weeks, maybe a year tops. So this actually gives us a really good look at what's going on in the long haul. So you might be thinking, why cocoa? Well, cocoa is often praised for its antioxidants called flavonoids, and some flavonoids, like epicatechins, readily cross the blood-brain barrier. Now, the blood-brain barrier is kind of like a bouncer to the brain, and let's just say he doesn't let just anyone in. So, in theory, the study does seem biologically plausible to have some effect on the brain. Okay, so how'd they do it? So we actually have a really unique study design here. It's called a 2x2 factorial study. This is kind of like a recipe that tests how well ingredients work together. So we have 4 groups total. Okay, so how are they testing its effect on cognition? Well, they used what's called a global cognitive composite. It's a compiled score of a bunch of different cognitive tests, kind of like a scientific version of a brain game. We're talking stuff like number and story recalls. So these tests were taken over the length of the period over the phone once per year in order to measure the group's improvement. Okay, I know what you're probably thinking. Come on, what did they see? Well, unfortunately for you dark chocolate lovers, they didn't actually see an impact on cognition with the cocoa extract. But they did see one with the multivitamins. The multivitamin mineral improved cognitive composite scores. But even more interestingly, there was a greater improvement with the groups that had a history in cardiovascular disease. This indicates that these vitamins might have a protective effect on cognitive decline related to cardiovascular disease. Okay, so should you run out and go clear the shelves of all the Flintstone vitamins? I mean, the results do suggest that a multivitamin could be protective of cognitive decline as we age. Even though these results are really cool, it is important to note that this was tested on mostly white, older adults with an average age of 73. So these results aren't really generalizable to all ages or the general population. All in all, a multivitamin probably won't hurt, but it is important to talk to your doctor about what's right for you. Thanks for watching.